I was in the main lounge of MedSid and Acro goes, "Yo, Bear, I have one of your frosh," and then this man with long hair and a giant beard comes and tackles me with a hug, and I was like, "Bear, what up?" And that was kind of when I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this.
Crazy guy coming up to me and saying, "Hey, I'm your Soph. My name is Sprint." I just remember having all these people come at me, and it was just all these different weird names, and I was like, this is the coolest thing I have ever experienced.
My Soph, who was Ice, was just like standing in the hallway with his sunglasses on, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Ice," and I was kind of like, what the heck, like, who's this guy?
I just thought they were these like crazy people, probably just helping in with move-ins or like kind of just being there to help. I remember rolling down my window and like asking us off and being like, wait, do I actually like get out of the car? I was like super confused.
My Sophs were fantastic, Bear and King. They were really kind of what instigated and created like the family feeling on my floor. But it was just like the constantly seeing them like doing things and making an impact, if they were big or if they were small, because a lot of the things that made the biggest impacts on me are probably things that they like have forgotten about. So it's really seeing that you can make differences on a large scale and a small scale.
Both of my Sophs were very supportive people. More specifically, my Soph NyQuil. All the support that she gave me throughout what I was going through, it really motivated me to help others who are also in my situation, and I just wanted to be there for anyone who needed me. The way that my Soph supported me and how just talking about it made me feel sort of clicked in my mind. It was like, this is such an amazing feeling, and I want to be able to give this feeling to other people.
Like, coming into university, I always knew I wanted to do like a leadership position in residence. So I came in to Western assuming that I was going to work as like a staff member, so an RA. But then when I found out about the Sophing program, I figured I wanted to be a part of that. And even though I know my parents were a little bit upset at first too, because they're like, "Oh, but like RA you'll get paid, and Sophing you won't." And I'm like, yeah, but like you gain so much experience from it. And Sophing being, it's specific to Western, so that's another reason too. And it's really cool to just be a part of this tradition that you know has gone on for so long.
I feel like from the moment I saw Sophs kind of on move-in day again, I was like, I want to be that person. Saugeen was my last choice ranked. I cried when I got placed in Saugeen. I was super upset. I made my parents like drive me to Western the next day to get my res moved. Horrible, I was just really upset. But as soon as I came to Saugeen and saw Sophs like helping out, moving in my stuff, I was like, I want to be that person. And literally from the day I moved in, I was like so happy I was placed in Saugeen, and I knew that like this year was gonna be like the best year of my life. During the sneak peek Soph rally, I guess was like the main moment where I just got super hyped up and like excited because I saw all the Sophs like kind of cheering, and I was like, ooh, like I want to be that next year, like that looks super fun. Seeing my own Sophs, like the way they handled situations and the way they like helped us as like frosh, I was like, I want to be that person next year.
So my Soph Bear, one of the people on his floor in his first year, was a Soph here last year in Saugeen. Her name was Keys. And he gave me her number, and she sent me like a novel about how she was also like stressed and scared, and then just of all the great things in Saugeen, how much she loved it, and just kind of the reassurance of like, I was in your spot last year and this is how it ended up for me. And I was literally like, okay, let's do this. I wanted to Soph for like a year now, so we're just gonna go for it.
I'm originally from MedSid, so when I got a place in Saugeen, I wasn't necessarily too happy about it because I was still processing the rejection of not sophing in my own building. Something that my head soph told me when he gave me the phone call was, from this point on, you are now a soph. And he was able to inspire me so much that I sort of realized that frosh or frosh, no matter what building you're in. So, and now I love Saugeen.
It's definitely changed in that, like, I just thought it was like, you know, student leader, hype person, there to help, whenever. But being a soph now, I understand a lot more why my sophs did what they did. We are here to help you, but we're also here to help set you up to be able to achieve awesome things on your own. But it's also just fun having like 32 children, because I love them all.
Being there for others when you know that they need it. Whether or not it's for like academic reasons, personal reasons, even if like someone just needs a hug on a certain day, that sophing to me is just being able to give that to someone. We're dressed up in these like crazy overalls, and frosh think that we're so hype and we're so like energetic, and they're like, oh man, I'll never have the energy for that. Being in a team, putting on your like uniform, it gives you such an adrenaline rush that you don't need to be an energetic person, and you don't need to be this outgoing, optimistic all the time person in order to be a soph. Like, anyone can soph.
With my sophs, when I saw them, I didn't know how much work went into it. Just dealing with certain situations in general too, like, you just, when you think of a soph, you don't really think of that, but it is something that you experience. And it's not a bad thing, like, it's a good thing to be able to gain experience in all different kinds of things and stuff.
At first I thought they were just these wild people like helping with move-ins or like answering questions, stuff like that, but I didn't realize that they were mentors and like friends to the first years, and kind of being there as like a support system throughout the entire year.
Having my frosh come and be like, yo, Remix, I got this on like one of my assignments, or even when they come in, they're like, Remix, my life is blowing up right now and I need your help, and just like having that talk and seeing them actually get something from it, and being able to identify campus resources that they didn't know about.
Honestly, when my frosh like tell me that they love me, or they're like, oh, knockout, you're the best, even if it's like in a joking manner, like, it always just makes me so happy to hear that like they actually appreciate me and appreciate what I'm doing.
So your first floor is kind of like your first love, and you're like, yeah, like, I can never love anybody more than you. And then your floor, when you're soph, is almost like your children. And you know that saying when people are like, oh, you think you can never love anybody more than like your significant other, and then when you have children, you love them so much more. So that's what I feel like with my floor.
Most rewarding, honestly, are my frosh. Like, I can't even begin to explain how like lucky I am to have the floor that I have this year. Like, my frosh have been amazing. Having your own like floor and like group of people just like there and like living with these people is just like, I can't even, like, words can't even explain like just having your own frosh. Like, that's definitely by far the most rewarding. Learning more about myself and like growing as a person, like, definitely the most rewarding thing would be my frosh.
Once December 3rd passes, that's done, and you kind of have closed that door on yourself. And it would be so much better to, you know, have the time of the interview and the application and stuff to think about and start to see yourself as a soph, than to, you know, just decide, nah, I'm not gonna do it, and then, you know, have to like regret it later. I know everyone says it's a once in a lifetime experience that you can't explain, and last year I was like, okay, yeah, we get it, everybody said it, but it's like, yo, it's true. And it's just, there's no one soph. So if you are the quiet, kind of, you like being organized and like, you're like, yes, and you're the calming person, that's awesome. We need you. Because if we had a team of 72 hype men, yo, that would be a disaster. But I mean, you obviously need hype men on your team, so if you're a hype man or hype lady, I mean, yeah, come.
Not everyone knows that they want to soph like right during OE. Always keep your options open. That even if you're doubting sophing, even if you don't think that, maybe you don't think you'll be a good soph, or maybe you think that sophing isn't for you, or maybe you just really want to live in a house next year, still apply and keep your options open, because you never know if you're going to change your mind, and you never know if there will be a situation that instantly makes you want to soph. You can never truly be prepared for what is gonna come your way.
Everybody softs in a different way, and it's okay. If you're not that energetic person, you're kind of more of a chill person, and you're shy, and that's fine too, because every frosh needs like every kind of person, and every kind of person is a fine person to be.
You have the rest of your life and like university life to live in a house or like live OC, but like this is your chance to like be a part of a community and like be a part of like this team that like nowhere else has. And just like the traditions and like culture of like your building, regardless of what building it is, whether it's Saugeen, any of the other buildings on campus, like just the traditions is like something you can't get anywhere else.
There is literally just like no words to describe like when you're on the hill in your overalls. The overalls give you this like literally otherworldly confidence. It's weird. You're like having the time of your life, and it's just, oh my gosh, if I could bottle that and feel it forever.